Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm going to be doing some repotting of cuttings today, and they happen to be all Pothos cuttings that I took from my plants about, I'd say probably about 6 weeks ago now, and they are ready to be repotted. So I'm gonna join them up with the mother plant on some of them, and some other ones I'm gonna give them their own little space to grow, continue growing in, okay? So let's get to it. So let me show you the mother plants before I put the camera down and we start repotting. This little 4-inch pot here was sent to me by a subscriber, and it has 4 different pothos in it. It has the golden pothos, a regular pothos, a pearls, not pearls and jade, but pothos and joy, and I believe this one was the global green on here. So I took cuttings from there, and I took cuttings from a neon pothos that I had that was growing quite a bit. I think I may have to take even more, but this is in a little 4-inch pot, and I'm gonna upgrade it to this larger 6-inch pot. Probably remember this, that I got this from my Temu haul, and I'm gonna put it back in the hanging basket where it was, but just in a bigger pot with some of its the cuttings that I took from it also. But this is really growing a lot, and I think it's time that I take it out of this pot because I really want to use this pot for one of the other cuttings, maybe the golden pothos, and put that in here. Okay, so I have my aeroid mix here that I'm going to be using, and I think I'm going to first start off by separating these. Yeah, she called it Frankenstein. Pothos had golden, global, neon, and all sorts of other ones on here. So let's take this out so I can separate it, because I like to put these with the cuttings. And it's been in this pot since I got it. Okay, so set that one aside. I can figure out here. Let me show you the cuttings I have in this little glass jar. This I got at Dollar General. It's perfect for propagating. So in here I had some cuttings. Here's the cuttings for the golden pothos, that one. So I'm going to put it with that one, and then here are the cuttings of the global green. And the roots aren't as big, but they're big enough that I can add it to this. Look at the difference. But these will do fine. So I'm going to add it to this one and put it in its own little pot. I'm going to go ahead and use this 6-inch nursery pot. And let me put one of these nettings down in there. is global green. This is the mother plant right here. And this was one long vine that was growing, and I cut it in two. And whoop, this one's gonna have to be trained to grow down like this because it's so stiff. So there you go. Here's the golden pothos. Here's the mother plant, and then here is the one long vine that it had growing that I cut into two, and both of them took root. Golden pothos is absolutely the quickest propagation you can do. So I've got another 6-inch pot here. I put in a little screen down at the bottom. That may be enough because this mother plant has a lot of roots. And I may I'm going to try and get the leaves as large as I possibly can on this one. So I may put a totem pole on this one and train it to start growing up. Eventually, I'd like to put it outside where it can really grow tall and big and get big leaves with big fenestrations, because I've seen them here growing like that up like palm trees, something that it can grab onto, and I'm going to try and do that with this one. So for now, I'm going to put it in this, put a pole in it, trellis or something to get it growing up and get the leaves as big as I can before I put it outside. So here's the neon pothos. Here's the cutting that, and this neon has some reverting back. It wasn't getting quite as much sun, I think, or light, because you can see that it's kind of reverting a little bit. You see that right there? Some of the green on it. But I'm going to go ahead and put it with this one, and so it can be with the other ones. Now, here are the cuttings. Remember my little Temu propagation station that I got? So these are the cuttings, other cuttings that I took from it. So let me just take these out. So there were 4 cuttings that I took from it. It was really like 2 very long vines, and I just cut them up. So all of that, along with this one, will go with this into one large, bigger pot. So let me go ahead and start taking this one out. So full now. I'll give you a much better look once I have it hanging. This angle isn't the best, but she's gonna be so happy. This has a little tray also. So nice. So I have this one here, And this is the one that the Pothos and Joy had. And this is the Pothos and Joy that was in the Frankenstein Pothos pot. So I'm going to add it to this. But this is already getting kind of full in here. It's a 4-inch pot. So this one, since it was just opened up, I'm going to move that into this one. So that is my Pothos and Joy. This will go hanging also. I'll have to decide exactly who I'm going to hang, because I only have a double hanger. But isn't that nice? Looks beautiful. Now I have one last one that I want to show you. A little story behind this little guy. This here is, I hope he's doing okay. This is a plant that I didn't steal it, okay? It was a public place. I want to get that squared away. But the other day when Kristen and I were at St. Petersburg area, and she was inside doing her appointment and everything, and I was walking around and looking at things. There was a lake there, beautiful lilies and everything, and they had these plants. I'll show you a picture of it here. Had these plants growing very tall. They look like some type of lily or some type of orchid. I don't know, but I wanted one. And so I was taking pictures of them and everything, and I went and pulled up a small one, and it came right out. And I did put it in some water. This was like 2 days ago when this happened. But I can see that I need to take some of the leaves on the outer edge here off. If you know what this is, friends, if you've seen these, and particularly if you live in the Florida area or somewhere tropical, and you have seen these growing with water lilies, and you know what they are, let me know down in the comments, because I really want to know what these are. They were beautiful. I'm positive. Well, I shouldn't say positive, but I'm fairly positive I can grow them. Roots are really good. So I'm just going to put them up in this little basket, and we'll see how they do. Before I show you the plants, I want to share with you this little insect trap here. This is from Coquette, and I've been using it for about a month now, and I love it. I have a lot of plants, which means I get gnats and little fruit flies, and living in Florida, I get mosquitoes also. And this has helped reduce and pretty much almost eliminate the amount of little bugs in this room. And how it works is it has a fan and a light, and it attracts the little bugs and kind of sucks them down in there. There's a little sticky pad inside there, as you can see. And my goodness, I need to clean this out here. This is really gross, but you can see the amount of bugs that it has eliminated without, my having to swat them and be frustrated with them. It does have timers on it, so you can set it for 3, 6, or 12 hours. I just turn it off and on when I come into the room. It also has different fan speeds, so you can put it a little bit higher, a little bit faster, but the sound is really minimal. I really don't even realize it's on. Now, Coquette has been kind enough to offer an 11% discount for you, and I'll leave the link down below in the description box. Now, there's already a 5% coupon you can click on in their Amazon store, so that would make it a total of 16% off on this particular model. There's 4 different colors you can choose from, so you can select one that matches your particular color in your room and style and such. But I love mine, and it definitely has made my life easier with less gnats and bugs in my life. Okay, so here is where I place them. Let's go in for a closer look. Here is the golden pothos. I put it on the little riser there, and I put a little bamboo stake there, and that should help it grow up and taller. And at the rate that this one was growing, that shouldn't take too long before it gets nice and big leaves. And eventually the plan with this one is to put it outside, maybe plant it in the soil, and see how big it can actually get in its natural environment. And here's the double hanger that I originally had, the pot with the 4 plants in it, and I put the pot that had the global green in it. So that one's there, and so we can get it higher here. There is the Pothos and Joy. I put that one high up. I may have to move the grow light a little higher so we can get some more light. We'll see. I gotta still do some reconfiguring here. And then the neon Pothos was so big that it got its own shelf. This is the tapestry shelf that I got from Temu also, and I put it by itself on here because she's just so gorgeous that she deserves her own space. Now, just a little side note too, this is the Marble Queen. It had a very long stem growing on it that had reverted. So I cut it off, and here it is here. I cut it in half and I put it in propagation for this one. I probably won't put it back into that pot with the original mother plant because this one's reverted. You see, it's all green. So I'm hoping that cutting that one off will induce this plant to give me some more variegated Marble Queen leaves. I've got it real nice and close to the grow bulb here, so maybe it'll do that. Well, there you have it, friends. Hope you enjoyed that quick little repotting video. It's amazing to me how well pothos do, all the varieties of pothos when propagating, and particularly the golden pothos. I had heard that if you put a golden pothos cutting in with another plant you're trying to propagate, that there's certain enzymes or something in the pothos roots, golden pothos roots, that will help that other cutting develop roots too. I don't know if that's just some old planty wives' tale or what it is, but I have heard that. So, you know, maybe there is some truth to that, because my pothos really did well in propagating, and I think they'll be happy in their new homes. If you enjoyed this video, friends, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so very much. And make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I've got lots more coming up, so stay tuned for that. I will see you in the next video, friends. Have a blessed day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.